Salute anybody out there, man. I don't know if I'm coming through. I hope I am. If I am, post a comment. I just wanted to kind of show you guys. This is the beautiful sight that I see when I wake up in the morning, man. This is the Mount Hope Bay in Bristol, Rhode Island, man. This is like my antidepressant. This is kind of like taking a 10 milligram Valium every day, man. It's beautiful. I see the lovely city of Fall River across the bay. To the right of me is the Atlantic Ocean. The left of me is a little tributary called the Twisted River, and it's just beautiful, man. You know, we see many beautiful sights on here, and it's an amazing thing, man. It really is an amazing thing. I've been truly blessed by God. But anyway, this weekend, man, this weekend is Boxing Central out here, man. Anybody who loves great fights, you know, tonight up in New Hampshire, only about 3 hours away, which I just don't have the 3 hours and the time and everyone. You know, well, I got the time, but I just don't have the everything else to get up there. But we're having we're having a little fight party over here with me and my wife and my dog, just a small one. But we're gonna watch our local boy Demetrius Andrade, man. You know, he's fighting Jason Quigley, and he's looking past Jason Quigley. I don't know if that's a wise thing to do with everything we've been seeing in boxing lately. We saw Kid Galahad and Kiko Martinez last weekend. And, man, anything can happen. Jason Quigley, my friend Brian Hotkin knows him personally. Tough kid, man. You know, he's taking on Demetrius Andrade, who, is frankly, Demetrius Andrade has been a little bit of a disappointment here in Bristol, man. It's, excuse me, in Rhode Island. I'm getting myself too centralized. But anyway, Rhode Island, we expected big things out of Demetrius Andrade. And, in a long career, I mean, the guy was a world amateur champion. He's many victories, many impressive victories. Undefeated as a pro, but yet he's only had 20 some odd fights in a long pro career. He's picked up 2 world titles, but he just hasn't made the impact that we wanted to see him make. And unfortunately, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, this whole New England area, we get behind our fighters. I mean, from Rocky Marciano, Marvin Hagler, we got behind him, Mickey Ward. I mean, even Vinny Pazienza for Rhode Island, he had a whole state behind him. But it seems like Demetrius Andrade just doesn't make that noise. I don't know if he's not. He just doesn't bring the excitement that is deserved of a New England fighter. But that's the fights on tonight, and there's a good card there. I can't even pronounce half the names, but they're world title fights. They're not interim fights. World title fights. My brother Mad Chad, man, my main man out there. Salute, man. Good to see you, my brother. I'm just doing a little test over here to see if if things are coming in good and clear. I'm trying to get this YouTube and this StreamYard stuff under control. At least I know it's going out there, my brother. So I got you out there, Mad Chad. Peace, my man. I hope you're having a great day, man. But we're talking about the fights over here, and the card. Like I said, man, I can't even pronounce a lot of the names out here. I've never seen a lot of these fights. I've seen Julio Cesar Martinez, McWilliams Arroyo. That's a world title fight, bro. That's a flyweight title fight. That's the little guys, man. I don't know how much you people are into the little guys fighting. I'm not a big follower. I used to follow the flyweights back in the day, man. Michael Carbajal, way back in the day. I'm more of a heavyweight fan myself. But shout out to my brother Marion G out there too, man. Good to see you. I'm glad I'm coming in over the air over here. And then we got the major fight on Saturday night, man. The fight everybody wants to see, man. Terrence Bud Crawford and Sean Porter. I mean, it's probably the best fight out there that they can make in the welterweight division right now. Mr. Padzo, salute, my brother. Glad to see you over here, man. And don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of showing people my digs. This is the beautiful sight that I see every morning, man. It really is. It's God's gift to me, man. I look at the Mount Hope Bay. I look at the city of Fall River across the probably about 7-8 miles across the shore from me, and I mean it's a calm day. It's a beautiful day. It's about 45 degrees out there. Light winds. dude, it's really, I was truly blessed by God to be sent to a spot like this. I've been living here now for 40 years. I moved in back in 1979. I was about 25 years old. I mean, I had everything in front of me, and man, I was just so happy to have a roof over my head with a view like this. I sometimes take it for granted, but it's the kind of a place where, bro, I have my, I bring a girl down here back in the day, and she'd never want to leave. And sometimes that was good, sometimes that was bad. But after a couple of a couple of failed attempts, I finally found the real deal back in 1989. My beautiful wife, BL, man, I call her the boxing librarian because she handles all my paperwork. Right now, she's out doing shopping, man. She's a doll. She's my nutritionist, man. It inspires me because she just is so unselfish, man. She wants to give. She likes doing the things that make me happy, which, man, I'm just so grateful to have a woman like that. And I've been with her for 30 years now. We're going to be celebrating, I think, our 22nd anniversary in the spring. We lived together for 10 years, and then we finally tied the knot. But man, having somebody that I like in my life, and somebody that I love, and it's a beautiful thing, man. And then having this view out here, man, this is, it's awesome. It's a lot more panoramic. I just got this camera the other day, so I'm kind of testing it out. George H, my brother, Hyphy, Mr. Pads, Mad Chad, I appreciate you guys stopping in. I wasn't sure if I was doing this right, but apparently I got myself online here, and I got to show you guys a little bit about what I see every day. And now, bro, Saturday night, man, we got a major fight coming on, and we're going to talk about this a little bit, man. Terrence Bud Crawford and Sean Porter. I see this fight as such a close fight, man. A year ago, everybody would have been on Bud Crawford to take him out easily, but now we've got inactivity that's been going on, and nobody takes out Sean Porter. I mean, Sean Porter, people are going to say, some people are saying it's going to be an easy fight, that it's levels, but man, Sean Porter's no journeyman. He's been beaten 3 times. He's been beaten by Kell Brooks when Brooks was undefeated, Adrian Broner, and the Errol Spence fight. And he wasn't beat up in any of those fights. I don't even know if he was hurt. He was knocked down, but he got back up. With Ugas and Errol Spence, he seemed to get back up and fight better. Tim Muzzy, salute my brother. Glad to see you in here, man. To me, I look at Sean Porter like a throwback fighter. I go back a little bit, man. I remember this guy back in the 80s, man. His name was Mustafa Hamsho. Melina, salute. I'm glad you're here. Yes, his name was Mustafa Hamsho. He was from Syria. Tough guy. I mean, he jumped ship. He swam to America when it was in port. He was a undocumented immigrant, but he fought under many different names. Rocky Estafaya. Oh, he had a lot of them, man, back then. But he was one of those guys who nobody beat him but the toughest. I mean, Marvin Hagler. It took a real tough guy to beat Mustafa Hamsho. He was beating all the lower tiered middleweights, and he had a style, like I said, was like Sean Porter's. He'd come in there with 2 hard fists, but he also had an educated head. He'd think nothing of butting you, giving you a knee, hitting you low. I mean, he got away with it. He was a smart fighter, and I look at Sean Porter like that too. He's got that dog in him. He comes in head first, man, swinging away. He's got a wide stance. He likes to get inside, but Bud Crawford, he's got that special gift to him. Ambidextrous. He knock you out with either hand. He's a guy. He likes to stay on the outside, but he's got that eye. When Bud Crawford hurts you, he's going in for the kill. Where I haven't seen that killer instinct much with Sean Porter, and I think that might make a difference because these 2 guys, they're friends. They like each other. They didn't want to fight each other, but this was the fight that had to be. It came down to it. Everybody else is tied up, injuries, retirements, whatever it may be. But I mean, this is the fight, and this is Saturday night tomorrow, man. I'm looking for a great encounter. To me, it's a 50-50 fight, but I tend to lean towards Terence Crawford because I just think he has the ring IQ, I guess we call it these days, where he know, man, and he's fighting Sean Porter, who's another fighter that's blessed with an extremely high ring IQ. That's why I can't wait for this fight, and it's hard to make a pick. And like they say, nobody has knocked out Sean Porter, and Bud Crawford undefeated. He's knocked out almost everybody that he's faced that I've seen in the last couple of years. Man, this to me this is just one of the greatest fights we've seen. We were just treated to the Canelo fight with Plant. I mean, that was highly anticipated. And a lot of people were riding with Plant in that fight too, which I love. I love these fights that are not just one fighter against the next in the fight. We know who's going to win the fight. This is a fight that a lot of people have got their money and their faith in Sean Porter. A lot of people are riding with Terence Bud Crawford, bro. I don't ride with any fighter, but I'm looking at this fight and I just see Bud Crawford as just having a little more talent, and he's got that finish where if he hurts Sean Porter, and I see this maybe happening in the 10th, the 11th round, then he comes down like a buzzsaw. That's when the Bud Crawford, that's when the animal, that's when the Sugar Ray Leonard, the killer instinct, the Marvin Hagler, that's when great boxers have that finishing instinct. And nobody likes a decision, a split decision, a draw, man. We don't want to see that. A draw, hey man, if it's that good, and we can see another fight. But I think Bud Crawford is going to get to Sean Porter in the later rounds. I think he's going to hit him like he's never been hit before with combinations. Sean might get up. Sean's going to get up if he gets knocked down, and then I think it may be stopped on his feet. But hey, that's just something I see. It could happen many different ways. Like I said, man, Sean Porter, throwback fighter. He could come in with a head. He could come in with elbows. I mean, this could be a rock'em sock'em drag out fight. I mean, we're looking at a Jake LaMotta over here, but and I'm not going to say a Sugar Ray Robinson, but Bud Crawford is a special fighter. Love him or hate him, man. This guy's special. He's up in Nebraska with Bomac. He's training all the time. I've heard from people who live next to him. He's running 365 days a year, 7 days a week, 4 o'clock in the morning. He's out there doing road work. I mean, he's got his gym. He's training with Bomac. He's got a stable of fighters, and you never hear Bud Crawford's name mentioned in the public, doing something, getting drunk somewhere, raising a scene, getting arrested, getting pulled over, having a gun in his car, all the gangster shit that we see happening today with our fighters. We're just not seeing that with Bud Crawford, or with Sean Porter. He's another exemplary fighter, man. And, he's a broadcaster. Iceman, my brother, salute, and Sir Obadiah. I don't want to get your name wrong, brother. I hope I got it right, man. George H, man. I appreciate everybody out there. I really do, man. In fact, I'm really new to this. I'm not on YouTube right now. I'm on StreamYard, so I can't see how many people are out there, and not much I can do to wrench anybody up or to see on YouTube. But I'm getting the hang of this. This will happen eventually. Right here we're talking some boxing, bro. We're talking some fight weekend, starting today. I'm sure there's a lot of my brothers here in Rhode Island. They're going up to New Hampshire to see our local boy Demetrius Andrade. Man, God bless him. Anybody from Rhode Island, we got to ride with him, and he's taking on a kid from Ireland who's coming in. There's going to be a lot of Irish people up there. Irish people from Boston, man. South Boston, Southie, man. That is Irish, bro. You got a red beard and a can of beer in your hands, and you fit right in, Southie, man. You'll fit right in New Hampshire tonight. But anyway, man. It's going to be a great fight. It's going to be packed. Salute to my brother Tony Boswell out there, man. Glad you stopped in, man. It's kind of cool just to come out here and just pop up the view of what I'm looking at right now, and get behind the mic and see what's going on. Talk to some of my brothers. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to drop a link in a little bit if anybody wants to come on and join me and give me their opinions on the fights, because that's what it's all about, bro. I can't stand it when everybody's rooting for the same fighter, and this is a beautiful thing. We've got fighters that people are they're passionate about each one of them. Some people are saying that Porter doesn't stand a chance. It's going to be a knockout quickly. I mean, it's an A fighter against a B fighter. It's different levels. Look at that little seagull out there swimming. Can you see that, man? I see millions of them suckers all the time out here. In fact, I'm hoping we get something happens out here besides just the beautiful calming effects of the bay. But anyway, man, I think everybody is right on this fight. Nobody can be wrong because it's predictions. It's all, where. How can we say that your prediction is not correct and mine is correct? Because we haven't seen the fight yet, and this is the beautiful thing, because we get to discuss these fights, we get to debate them, and then we're going to see the outcome. It's like, man, we can talk about all kind of fights from the past, and they already happened, and this and that, and there's really no debate for some of those fights. Maybe some of the decisions or something that we didn't agree with, but as far as the fights that they've already happened, we can tear them up, we can chop them up and talk about them. But right over here, this is the present, man. This is the fights we're going to see tonight, and man, anybody who's got a pulse and has anything about boxing in their blood, man, they got to be up for this fight. Salute my brother Norris. And my brother the Iceman out there, man. I'm glad you guys could join me over here, man. I really am, man. It's a pleasure to see all you cats out here on this beautiful Friday. It's a great weekend for the fights, man. We've got obviously we talked about tomorrow, and tonight. We talked about tonight. I keep thinking today's Saturday, man. I don't know. My internal clock, it's weird. Thursday I think is Friday, and Friday I think is Saturday. And today a beautiful Friday, man. You couldn't ask for a better day here, man. Crisp. The air is clean. It just feels so good. Peace, my brother Ricky Williams, man. He's another cat that I love listening to. Ricky Williams, man. He tells it like it is, bro. I mean, it doesn't matter what you're thinking or what the general populace is thinking out there. Ricky Williams is an analytical businessman of boxing, bro. He'll tell you what fights are happening. He'll tell you the bullshit fights. He doesn't hold it back, man. Popular or not. His opinion is his opinion. He rides with it, man. So shout out to my brother Ricky Williams. Ricky, drop your man. I'm not if you can drop your chat out there, bro. I wish I could get into. I wish I could kind of get more of a feel for some of this stuff, which I just don't have yet. But I can post stuff. I can wrench people up and all that fun shit. And I'm just learning this stuff right now, my brother. So bear with me. But anyway, man, this, like I said, we're gonna go back and forth with this fight tonight. I just think it's a beautiful fight, man. I think it's a couple of guys. They've been talking about this for years. Of course, the fight we want to see is Errol Spence and Sean Porter, man. That's the Sugar Ray Leonard Thomas Hearns fight of our generation. And regardless, whether they're on the same level or not, bro. I mean, this is the top of the welterweight division going at it. And right now, we're going to see. We're not going to see Leonard and Hearns, but we're going to see a close one. Maybe we're going to see Donald Curry and Thomas Hearns, something like that, bro. But anyway, this is a highly anticipated fight. Rascalot, my brother, salute. And man, I'm gonna drop a link if anybody wants to come up here and give me their views on it. Awesome. I want to see if I can do this, getting people up here now. We tried it the other night. But I mean, I am so new to this, man. It's a new thing to me, and you're gonna have to bear with me if you will. I really appreciate it. It's probably gonna take me a while to get it, but eventually I'm gonna try to get it. And if anybody wants to hop up and give me their views on the fight tomorrow, like I said, man, I'm looking for a rock'em sock'em fight. I think it's gonna take a while for them to loosen up with the inactivity. But I see Sean Porter inside, head down, trying to bang those ribs, trying to get those wide punches in. And but I think Bud is just too smart a fighter for that. I can see him stepping back. I can see him with that right jab, that straight left. I can see him switching up, man. I just think Porter's going to be confused. He's going to be in with a fighter. He's not used to fighting. I know we've seen him sparring with different fighters, Tank Davis and oh man, other boxers. But the thing about it all is, man, it comes down mano-a-mano in the ring. That's when that's when it's happening, bro. That's when the fighters prove their worth. Anything can happen in sparring. Anything can happen in the gym. I mean, everybody's a lot of things I'm hearing now is Sean Porter is spreading himself too thin. doing the commentary, and being all over the place on his podcast. But see, the thing I look at with Sean Penn, with Sean Penn, with Sean Porter, this is what he likes to do, bro. I mean, this is his life. He's got that motor mouth. He's got that skill, that the gift for gab, and I don't think that's wearing him out. I think he's doing that because that's what he loves to do. And they say you do what you love to do. You're never going to be working a day in your life. And I don't know if he loves boxing as much as I love watching it. But being a boxer and being a commentator and talking boxing all day, interviewing fighters, man, bro, to me that's the life. You give me my 8 hours downtime at night, and man, I can train, I can get in the gym, I can jog, and I can get behind the microphone and chop it up, because half of that stuff he does from his basement, man. Doing the commentary at ringside, that's one thing where you have to fly to a fight. But bro, I mean, you don't think he's roughing it, do you? You know that's first class all the way. I mean, he's got his nutritionist with him. He's probably got his personal trainer with him. Sean Porter's in shape out there, man. He may be burning the candles at both ends, but when I was that age, or maybe when I was a little bit younger, these guys are in their 30s now. I keep forgetting we're in a different generation of fighters, but these fighters are peaking now in their 30s, where back in the day, 30, man, you were starting to freaking slide down that banister. But these guys are peaking in 30, 35. It seems to be when they're in their prime. But see, I don't know, man. Maybe it's because of the inactivity. Maybe it's because they're not putting the wear and tear on their body. Maybe it's because they have a lot more information in nutrition, in dieting. I mean, training. I don't know how much you can advance boxing training. It's really it comes down to your road work, getting your cardio in, getting your conditioning, getting in the gym and honing your skills. I see a lot of crazy stuff now, a lot of pad work going on. The thing is, man, shadow boxing, that was always the key. Shadow boxing was, I could watch a top boxer shadow box for rounds, man. I said hours, but time's a crazy thing, man. You're looking at a cat over here, 66 years old. I'll be 67 next month, man. And sometimes I feel like I'm 25 again, especially when I start talking to you guys, man. It really is a pleasure to be out here, man. Because it brings the kid back to me. It gets this excitement going, man. Just this passion for boxing. I mean, some people, they have the misplaced passions, because it's a crazy sport. And a lot of people, they ride with fighters. They think the fighter is more important than the fight game. And the way I see it, I'm a fan of boxing. I've been a fan of boxing now for 50 years, bro. It's really been a very important part of my life, because it's my escape. I love it, man. It's fun. And back in the day, a lot of my friends were into it. A lot of guys older than me, they would tell me the fights to watch. We were treated to some great cards, man. Like back before cable, you had ABC, NBC, and CBS, and bro, they put on some great fights. My uncle Bobby Chacon, oh bro, Tim, Bobby Chacon was my man. Shout out to Bobby Chacon. Oh man, Bobby Chacon was one of the greatest fighters to ever lace on a pair of gloves, man. Tough guy. And man, it broke my heart to see him in his latter years, man. But Bobby Chacon put on some of the greatest fights. You want to talk about a tough Southern Californian Mexican. Oh man, Bobby Chacon would fight anybody. He would bleed. Man, his fight with Bazooka Lamone, I think it was the fourth fight, and it was in I believe it was in 1982 or 83. I think it was in the winter of 83. It was just an incredible fight. It was a 15-round fight. Bobby Chacon's wife just committed suicide before the fight. He went through with the fight, man. It was a tearjerker. It was blood. They both went down. The referee was going to stop the fight. The fans wouldn't let him. I believe it was in Sacramento at the Olympic Auditorium. I don't remember the name of the auditorium, but it was a small, intimate setting. And Tim, man, your uncle Bobby Chacon, Hall of Fame, one of the greatest, one of the fighters that, man, I bow my head when I hear his name, man. So shout out to your Uncle Bobby Chacon, man. You know, he beat Danny Little Red Lopez way back in the day. He beat Cornelius Boza Edwards. He had some great fights, man. Damn, Bobby Chacon and your uncle, man, you come from pedigree, brother. Shout out to you, and I always honor the memory of your uncle, man. Great man. Shout out to Bobby Chacon. Rest in peace, my brother. But getting back in tonight, man, anybody want to come up and chirp about this fight? I told you how I think it's going to go, man. I think Sean Porter is going to put on a tremendous. I think he's going to put on a tremendous showing the first part of the fight. But I just see Bud Crawford being just too sharp and too scientific, and I see him catching Sean Porter when he's coming in. I see him countering him. I see a lot of straight left hands. I see right hooks, and I just see Bud Crawford shining at the end of the fight if he can overcome the inactivity, because that's the thing, man. They both been down for like a year, and I remember Porter's last fight with Sebastian Formula. I remember his father saying, "Let's put this kid away and go home," and it was a decision. You know, Sean Porter didn't put him away. When Daddy Kenny tells you to put him away and it's time to go home, I think that's what you're going to do, is go try and put him away, and he didn't do it. And Bud Crawford, he's been like a hawk. He's been once he hurts an opponent, he's on him. Speaking of hawks, I went for a walk this morning because I live in a pretty cool place, man. There's a lot of nature down here, and there was this big damn hawk that landed on a telephone pole wire in front of me. It was only about 20 feet in front of me, and by the time I grabbed my phone to snap a picture, of course he was gone, bro. But it's one of these crazy things I see out here, and now that I have this camera, I hope to catch some of these things for you guys to see, man, because there's just so much action going on. It's like National Geographic out my window, and then when I take the dog for a walk, he's sleeping on a bed somewhere out there. Else I'd show you his ugly ass. But he's a 90-pound. I don't know what he is, man. He's a rescue dog. Some people say he's a pit bull. Some say he's Cane Corso. I think he's got a lot of breeds in him, but he's got the head the size of an anvil. Smart as a whip. I mean, this dog pisses down sewer grates. He's so smart. He knows words. He knows. Damn, I've probably had 15 dogs in my lifetime, and this is either I'm getting dumber or this is the smartest dog I've ever had. But regardless thereof, and then getting back to boxing, man, that's my dog, and I throw his picture out there a lot. I use him for an icon because that was the first icon somebody showed me how to use, which I'm still just getting used to doing this shit, man. So anyway, that's my dog. That was my dog Bruno. Very, very cool dog, man. You gotta love him. There's not an ounce of hate in this dog. This is one of the things that's amazing about this guy. He's caught squirrels and let them go without crushing them, and he has a jaws that could crush. Damn, he could crush. I've seen him crush a ham bone, a big. After all the meat's off it, and you make the soup, you toss him the bone, crunch. It's a pretty funky thing. But anyway, you can see them seagulls going by. We see those. If I were to throw a loaf of bread out there, there'd be 1,000 seagulls out there. It would be like a scene out of Alfred Hitchcock, The Birds. Seriously, that's one of the things. And then there are all kind of. I mean, we see fisher kings out there. We see kingfishers. I'm sorry. We see. A lot of birds that dive in the water and come out with a 10-inch fish. It's a pretty amazing thing, bro. Yeah, Porter put Paulie away, man. I mean, Porter's no dog. I mean, this is a good fight. It's going to be an interesting fight. That's what I love about it, because anything can happen in this game of boxing. We've seen it happen in the last few weeks. We saw Mikey Garcia get beat by a nobody. I mean, we saw Balanga literally get his ears boxed off and was given a gift decision. I mean, last week we saw Kid Galahad, Kiko Martinez, man, unbelievable. Boxers get stretched. It doesn't take much, and we've seen Sean Porter hurt and knocked down. We've seen Bud phased. I mean, this is a good fight. You know, your chin is. If a professional boxer hits you solid on that chin, you're going to go down. I mean, that is literally your jaw is the most painful part in your body to take an impact. It sends a signal to your brain to let your legs go, so you don't have to use the stress. So it'll just take the stress from that blow, and you go down, and that's what happens, man. You know, you get knocked down. Sometimes you get knocked out, but it's really that. And they say it only takes seven pounds of pressure per square inch to knock someone out, to knock someone down, to cause that sensation to the brain. But anyway, we're so looking forward to that, man. And you know, I've been here for about a half hour. I wanted to talk about that fight, and man, if anybody wants to come up here and let me know what they're thinking about the fight, bro, I'm I'm dropping a link in there. I'll do it one more time, but I'm not going to stay here too long, man. You know, I got things I got to do. This was basically another one of my famous tests, and you know, I want to shout out everybody that came out there to see it. And like I said, if anybody wants to come up here and give me their opinion on the fight, because this is a big fight, and I hate a circle jerk. I love hearing different opinions, man, especially when we got some educated people out there that I see in other chat rooms, man. They know their boxing, and if they want to come out here and let me know what they're thinking about that fight tomorrow night, man, it would be a pleasure to have you up here, man. You know, Bruce Ghost has only been on for a couple of weeks, man. Life is good out here, bro. I'm honored that I picked up all these subs on my channel. I've gotten 129 subs in 2 weeks, man. It's a beautiful thing, and I appreciate it. I'm going to see if I can get on here. I'm going to see if I can jump on the YouTube part of the stream, because I'm on the StreamYard. So I get, it takes a little bit of knowledge to do this. I know we see some idiots out here that have some amazing content on their streams. But hey, I'm getting used to it. I'm practicing it. I hope I'm doing it right. I'm trying to get on. Yeah, I think I'm on YouTube right now. Let me see if it. Hey, I'm getting used to it. Cut the volume on that. Yeah, I am on here, and I can see my brothers out there, and very cool. Tim Muzzy, well, blew you up for Bobby Chacon. We're gonna give you a wrench for that, my brother. And I appreciate you guys coming out here. Ricky Williams was timed out, and oh man, I'm sorry about that, Ricky. I don't know how I fucked that up, but I'm gonna make you a moderator now, my brother. If you want to say something, I want to see if you're out there. Graham Taylor, another one of my brothers out there that I see him in all the chats and stuff. But anyway, man, life is good. I'm still learning this. Ricky Williams, I'm sorry about that, man. I didn't have any idea that I timed you out until I just looked at my YouTube feed, bro. But and LT, my brother, you're part of the family now too, man. Mr. Pads, I'm formerly known as Mr. Padzar. You too, my brother. All you guys, it's good. It's good to see you out here, and I intend to do a little more content. What I'm doing out here is I'm going to be talking about boxing. I'm going to be talking about professional wrestling. I'm going to be talking about health and nutrition, which is a big part of my life, man. I'm really into the health and nutrition aspect of training. The training, the diet, the nutrition, the cardio. The first thing I do in the morning, before I put anything in my stomach, I might have a glass of water, but I go for a nice long walk. I take the dog. I go for about 3 miles. And man, you're getting that fresh air. And the thing is, if you do your cardio first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, your body is what they call glycogen deplete. It doesn't have any sugar, which is your body's preferred source of fuel, and that's created from carbohydrates. So you don't have any carbohydrates in your body. There's no glucose. So you're hey, I got somebody up here, man. My brother LT. Hey. Enter, my brother.
Hey, Bruce Goes, my OG, bruh.
LT, hey, I'm glad you come up here, my bro. How are you?
Thanks, man. I'm pretty good, man. Pretty good. I go back at work at 1, so I got like a couple of minutes I could spare. So I thought to myself, might as well just jump on.
Oh, it's an honor.
Salute
It's an
my
honor
brother,
having you on
man.
here, bro.
Yeah, man. Thanks. No problem.
Yeah, but I just wanted to show
Bro.
where I'm living. I just got a camera and I wanted to show people where I live, the beautiful view that I have.
Bro,
Because
it's
we're always
fucking
talking about,
amazing, bro.
I don't want to brag, but
I'm a jealous,
that's
bro. If I was you, bro, I would be fishing 24/7, bro. Playing the fucking radio in the background, fishing. That sounds looks like life, bro. It really does, man.
LT. I've been living here now for 40 years, bro. And the first 25 years, I did nothing but fish all the time. In fact, see that the view you're seeing right now. I go over
Uh-huh.
to the right a little bit, and it takes you more out into the ocean, to the Atlantic Ocean. And
Oh
bro,
shit.
I've caught, yeah, oh, I've caught fish out my window, bro. Bro, that I can piss out the living room window and I can hit the bay. There's no, I've never seen a house closer to the water than my house. And that includes lighthouses, bro.
Yeah, man, it's very beautiful, man. Shit. Florida, right? Where are you at?
No,
East Coast?
I'm in Rhode Island, bro. East
Rhode
Coast. This is
Island. Oh,
yeah.
okay.
This is going to be. I've actually seen this bay frozen over.
Oh
Back in the day
shit.
when we used to get those nasty winters. Oh yeah, man, I've seen it frozen over where the ducks couldn't even break through the ice. Oh man, it's like National Geographic, bro.
Damn, man. Looks amazing, bro. It really does, man. I was don't you have like a hurricane passing by or something? I
Oh,
don't know. I've been hearing some
all the time,
all the,
bro.
all the
Oh,
time.
oh
Damn.
yeah, and see, I live on the east. I face the east. I get the northeasters. They hit me in the face, bro. I've been
Oh shit.
evacuated from my house before when the hurricanes were too bad. But see, the digs I live in, my grandfather built it back in the 40s, and him
Uh-huh.
and they were moonshiners, bro. They used to make moonshine down here. There were no neighbors down here. It's reason it's
Oh,
so close to
okay.
the water is, yeah, they used to make the moonshine and take in their boats and go sell it to different fucking bars. It was during Prohibition, for Christ's sakes, man.
Oh, nice, man. So you were the lucky one that ended up in that house, huh?
Yeah, yeah. My grandfather died, and it was like kind of abandoned, and it was like a summer house, but nobody ever came down here. And I talked to my aunt, and I said, "Hey, man, can I fix that up and move?" Oh no, that's like, but anyway, I finally got her approval. I moved down here. I was paying, back in 1979, like $100 a month for rent. And then, I just kind of, I couldn't leave, bro. How could you leave a view like this? How could you,
Right.
living on the bay? No backyard. The backyard is a fish, bro.
Yeah, man. Amazing. I wouldn't leave either, man. It's paradise, bro. It really is, man.
Oh yeah, and
Amazing.
you being a naturalist like you are at the zoo, you can appreciate something like this, man. All the
Definitely,
wild.
man. Definitely, man. Just like something so simple like taking a walk. You know what I mean? Just taking in that fresh air and looking at the animals. Those birds calling and man, I bet, bro. Really
Yeah,
nice, man. Really nice view. I bet you see
that
dolphins passing by sometimes, huh?
I have seen seals passing by. I've never seen a
Seals?
dolphin.
Wow.
Seals, yeah, and I've
We
seen
have a lot of
oh
dolphins here right here.
we get striped bass down here. I mean, these suckers are literally 5 feet long, 88 pounds. They're huge. They're like you see people reeling them out of the water, and it's like wow, man. It's
Wow.
like reeling out a human being.
I bet, man.
Bro, when I first moved here, that dock that you see out there wasn't there, and it was just a big pile of rocks. And this old man was sitting there
Uh-huh.
every day. I never knew who the guy was, but I said, hey, you ever have to go to the bathroom? Just knock on my door. Oh yeah, man, thanks. He's sitting there drinking little bottles of beer. Little guy. He must have only been about 5'2", 5'3". But I see every single day in the hot sun. But anyway, I'm reading the local paper and I see this guy standing there with a
Uh-huh.
fish that's bigger than he is. I think it was a 68-pound striped bass, and he caught the thing sitting right there, man. And it was the largest at the time pulled out of these waters. And I'm like, wow, I just couldn't believe that something like that would come out of what I'm living right on in front of. And I can dig
Right.
clams in front of here, and things. Bro, my wife has a little garden in the back. I've actually had self sufficient sustainable
Oh
meals
yeah,
where I
I know what
caught
you're
the
trying to
fish,
say. Yeah. Wow,
ate
you have
our
a little
vegetables.
ecosystem going on there. Where
A
nice.
little, nothing to brag about, but it's it's our own little piece of heaven, bro. Believe me.
Wow. Wow. You know what, man? I've seen on TV where they try to have those little like self-efficient tanks for like the fish. What is it like? What is it? Fuck, tilapia. I think for tilapia, like they have this leaves and this like salt water tank, and they have the tilapia there, and they just like have a couple of tanks where they just go through this process, and like it's just so self-efficient. Like the plants clean the tank and like some shit like that, man. It's fucking crazy, bro. And they just
Yeah,
like the
those
tilapia keeps
tilapia, bro. Those
reproducing
are
and reproducing and reproducing. They just go there, pick up all the
yeah, but that's all farm raised fish. I'm leery of
delicious, man.
tilapia. I
Yeah, it
never even
looks
heard of
pretty neat, man.
tilapia
Pretty.
till a few years ago.
Yeah.
Those
Really,
are
bro?
those are
It's
bottom
fucking
feeders.
delicious,
You
man.
know what kind of fish I like, bro? I like salmon. I like codfish. I
Ah,
like
salmon's
halibut.
okay. Yeah, I like.
What what what
But
what runs in front of here, man? We get bluefish that run like crazy. And there are schools of them, and they almost look like sharks out there. They're so close and they're breaking the water, and you see the seagulls are diving in on them. And I know what they do is they follow these schools of other smaller fish. And it's the ecosystem is crazy out there, bro. You know what it is living in the zoo.
right,
The smaller one, the bigger ones eat the smaller ones, and then the bigger and the nose eat
right.
them. And it's like right down the line. The bigger fish survives off the smaller fish. But it's a thing. I've taken it for granted. I've been here so long, but the more I look at it, it's refreshing. And see, I get the sunrise right there too, man. 7 o'clock in the morning, like a big orange ball of fire in the sky. Beautiful thing.
Nice.
Hey, we
Wow.
got we got another one of our brothers coming up here to see us, man.
All
There he is,
right.
the one and only Electro Jet,
Electrojet.
bro. How are you, my
What's
brother?
up, guys? What's up, LT? How you doing, Bruce?
Hey, what's up, Electrojet? Nice to see you, bro.
Yeah, it's
Pretty
good to
good,
see you
fam. Good
guys.
morning or good
Yeah, I
afternoon.
haven't been on much lately. I just haven't been feeling well, but when I can get on, I do get on just to say what's up. This is tilapia is a nasty, ugly, shit tasting fish. I heard, I heard you guys talking about that stuff.
No way, bro. What kind
Oh
of
yeah,
tilapia
yeah,
have
yeah.
you
That's
tasted,
what
bro?
I was saying, man.
It's
Tilapia
supposed
is
to be.
it's
It's
Bro, you
supposed.
can I can't remember what type of tilapia, bro, but it is fucking delicious, man. You
bro.
guys are
Tilapia is
hype.
a McFish sandwich or whatever the fuck they call it now. That's tilapia. That's who invented
You know what I
tilapia.
like? I like straight up some salmon, some catfish, shit like that.
Catfish
Naturally.
is catfish is no good, man. That's a bottom feeder. You want to stay away from that
Ah,
catfish.
no, but catfish tastes good though. I'm not gonna lie, man. I love catfish, but because I go fishing out here in New Mexico, and we get channel cat all the time. They taste good. You gotta eat
Bro,
what you can out
catfish
here.
got too many fucking bones, bro.
The
Tilapia
catfish,
has like 0 to none fucking bones,
Yeah,
bro.
but
You just peel it out
tilapia
real
is an
nicely.
engineered fish, bro. McDonald's company engineered tilapia so they can make their McFish or whatever the fuck they call it. But tilapia is not. It's a genetically modified organism. It's basically a man-made fish, and like you said, they have them in these fish farms. They put them in barrels, throw them handfuls of food, raise them, kill them, freeze them, ship them out, bro. That they don't have a chance to get the omega 3s that you want. They don't have a
You're
chance
right
to.
on that, bro. There's nothing tastier than something that came out of the fucking ocean. I agree with that so much, man.
I'm not gonna lie. That's how I feel. Like that's how I feel about salmon and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you talk about bottom feeders, like fucking shellfish are bottom feeders, lobster and fucking shrimp and shit like that.
Bro,
That's
I
true,
love
but see, I
shrimp,
look at it
bro.
differently
I
because
love shrimp, bro. Bro, I
Me
love
too.
oysters,
and
bro.
and
Like
also they're
raw
bottom feeders.
fucking
They're bottom
oysters.
feeders of the ocean, though. They're not bottom feeders of a little pond. That's got all kind of algae and You know, it's different. It's like swamp water compared to. Well,
bro.
hang on a second here.
Bro,
What's up,
I get,
man?
bro,
Oh
like
no!
oysters, like I pop it open, bro. This is how I eat my oysters, bro. I pop it open, bro, with this fucking pinzas, and I put lemon and some fucking salsa on top, bro. Boom, swallow that bitch up, bro. in
Oh,
1 or 2
dude.
gulps.
You
Bloop,
know what?
bloop. Delicious,
You see,
man.
you could tell he's true Mexican because that. And
Shout out to my brother Shadow 979 out there, bro. Thanks for
yo,
stopping in.
LT, that's exactly how I like my fucking oysters too, man.
Really,
So,
bro?
yeah,
Hey, bro, you
Nice.
want me to tell you? Want me to tell you a little one about
Bro, do you use Valentina
bro?
or?
Hey, well, you see where I'm living, right on the water there. My next door neighbor was a lobsterman. He had his lobster boat there. He retired a few years ago. He'd come in, and I'd just get out there and go, "Hey, Russ, can I get 4?" He'd say, "No problem. Just let me weigh what I got up." I'd get 4 nice, good sized lobsters for maybe $10. That's it, bro.
man.
Sometimes he wouldn't even charge me.
What?
Bro,
Bro, I'm
I
not gonna
swear
lie,
to
bro.
God.
When I was younger, I used to work at a fucking restaurant, a seafood restaurant, bro. And they had me as a prep cook, bro, right over there at the back. Where like empanizando. I don't know how to say empanizando, like cutting up the shrimp and shit, bro. And they had like these fucking cases, bro. But the lobster is fucking like expensive, bro. And I would like sneak in, bro, on this fucking like on the freezer, bro, and just like grab a couple of like lobster tails and just put it
I
on
used
my
to get them
pocket
so cheap,
and just
man.
and bro and just put them on my pocket, bro. And I'll just clock out, throw them at the car, and come back in.
LT, listen to this, man. I'd buy the lobsters. We'd, maybe we just boil them, do something real basic with them. We'd eat the lobsters, with a salad and potato, what we're having with them. I'd have those suckers out of the water in my stomach, and the shells will be back in the water in less than 8 hours. You can't get any fresher than that, bro.
Yeah, that's fucking good, man.
You just throw the shells back in the water. That's not
Right,
polluting the
man.
water or
That's
anything.
beautiful right there, bro. You
Oh
know what I
yeah.
mean? Fuck
And
yeah.
I did that so often that I actually would rather have at the time we want to get lobster. Nah, let's just do a steak or a burger or something. It actually got to be where we were sick of lobster. But see, my thing about bottom feeders, man, lobsters, they're bottom feeding on the ocean. That's clean stuff down there. There's not a lot of crap. Well, maybe there is now, but back in the day, because I mean the ocean gets rejuvenated every day. The tide goes out, the tide comes in. It's not just still water. You follow what I'm saying?
Well, it's the same all
Facts,
over,
facts.
except for in ponds and shit like that. But
Yeah, ponds is
My
stagnant. That water
yeah,
stays
my
ponds
there.
are
brothers,
stagnant. But when you talk
my
about river
brothers, I
water,
have to go. My brothers, I have to go. Nice meeting, talking to y'all, bro. Much love. Peace
LT,
out.
nothing
I'll
but
be
love,
back later
brother,
if you
man.
guys are
I
online.
look forward to seeing you again, brother.
Yeah, me
LT,
too,
you're
bro.
one of my
Definitely,
brothers,
bro.
and it was an honor to have you stop in my
Definitely,
show
man.
over here, man.
Definitely.
This was just something I just decided to pull out of my ass. I just wanted to show people, what I see every day, and stayed on a little longer than I wanted to. But man, it was a absolute pleasure having you on there, LT. You're my brother.
Thank you, fam. Thank you, fam. Igualmente. Take care, fam. See you guys later.
Yeah, te veo, brother.
So Electro Jed, how you doing, my brother? I hear you're not feeling that well.
No. I haven't been feeling well at all. If you noticed, I haven't really been on. I like try to sneak on a stream or something, and then I just like log off without even saying goodbye. Sometimes I just feel like shit. It's been it's been hard, but there's complications, so I just deal with it. But when I feel better, then
I hear you so much, my brother Jed. The thing is, man, we have to be our own advocates. We have to educate ourselves on what we put in our body, how we
yeah,
take care of our body. I mean, bro, like I got 10 years on you, bro, and I don't feel I don't ever I get sick, man. Maybe once a year I'll have a headache or something, bro, and I really attribute that to trying to get out there and get some fresh air in my lungs.
I think personally, I'm just on too many medications. But if I don't take them, the doctors and my wife worries about me, and so I do most
Well,
of the stuff
see,
I
well,
do.
see, the medications that we take, they're to control our illness. A lot of them don't cure it, but they treat it. And so what my philosophy on that, and I look at it as a holistic approach. I try to treat my ailments with nutrition. You know what? If I have high blood pressure, so I try to stay away from foods that are high in
High in
sodium.
sodium. Yeah,
I
I
try to
know.
stay away from high in saturated fat. Avoid as much processed foods as I can. I try to keep my diet very, very simple, and and that has really helped me because I was, you know, I've made a major transformation with my weight. Let me see if I can. I don't know if I can pull it up here for you, but let me see if I'm gonna try this over here and see if I can find my before and after picture because I was a tubby guy at one time, man, and and I had ailments going on. I was just in real bad shape, man, and and see that up there, man.
Yeah, I
That was,
remember you showed that picture the other day. That's a huge transformation right there, man.
yeah, because I was feeling lousy. I was having chest pains. I just wasn't. Everything wasn't working right, man. I wasn't having good bowel movements. I wasn't sleeping right. I was sweating a lot. And I made a conscious decision that I'm going to clean up my act. I'm going to I'm going to start with stop going to Burger King, stop stopping at the gas station buying those frozen hamburgers. Just try to clean my plate up one dish at a time. And I learned about clean sources of protein and
Yeah.
good fats.
My big thing is I've been drinking a lot of water. A lot of
Oh, I
water.
drink. I drink water. That's all I drink is water. I drink nothing but water. My wife's standing right here, and she'll tell you. I mean, I'm not lying. I'm telling it like it is, man. I have a protein shake with a canister of yogurt in it first thing in the morning. That's my after I do my after I go for my walk. That's my first breakfast. And bro, that's after that. All I drink is water. No coffee. No beer, no alcohol, no nothing, man. Just water. No soda, no juice. Water is all I put in my body. It's the key of life, man. I swear the next world war is going to be fought because of water. And I don't know if it's going to be in the Suez Canal. I don't know if it's going to be because some countries not letting another country have their they're getting their water rights going on. But bro, water is so powerful. It hydrates the system, replenishes it replenishes things. It lubricates your joints. I mean, it keeps your skin nice and healthy. Water is key, bro. If you can drink I drink a gallon of water a day. If you can force yourself to drink a half gallon a day, try that, bro, and you're gonna feel better. You're gonna get rid of a lot of toxins in your body because people don't piss enough. They don't drink enough water to get rid of the toxins, and
Right.
that's what water does. It doesn't add any toxins to you. We're adding toxins all the time. The air we breathe. I mean, the shit food that we eat. It's a nasty world out there. So that's the most important thing is the diet. I mean, you were telling me something the other day that, man, I cringed at because I've done like shows on the worst food you can eat, and man, that chicken Alfredo, bro, that is a killer, bro. Stay away from that, man. Seriously.
Well, it just so happens Katie cooks it really good, but
I
I don't have a
understand, man.
problem.
Well, this is why I love my wife because I love her for many reasons. But she's very conscious about what we eat. Like I said, bro, we got 10 years. Both of us, we're senior citizens, man. 66, 65, whatever you want to say. But it's at the point where my body just can't process the foods that most people eat these days. If I pulled into a McDonald's and I loaded up with a Big Mac and fries and a pie and a shake and whatever else they wanted to fucking supersize it with, I really think it would take me a week to get over that. You know, I just can't process that food anymore. I
I
have to
can't
have
eat.
I,
Listen,
I
I can't since I got out of the hospital, right? I can't eat like McDonald's or Burger King and stuff like that. It just doesn't taste right to me. I tried and I throw away most of the. I can't eat that shit. I have to eat. I know you said the chicken Alfredo is bad. My wife made it fresh and stuff like that, and from scratch. And that's the
oh
thing that we do a lot now is that we eat a lot of scratch made food, nothing processed. And Katie's real good about letting me eat a little healthier.
Well, that's the key to longevity, bro. I mean, I know it. I've lived it. I've seen friends of mine die uh, before 60. I know I've seen what what obesity and what inactivity and what just eating a diet that and I hate to be judgmental, man. That's the worst thing in the world. I hate to do it, but on the other hand, because of the profession I was in for the last 30 years of my life was nutritional supplements. I was a trainer. I dieted people. It's what I did, and I just can't help to critique when I see people talking about some of the things that they're eating. And I do that with my brother Duke on the fourth quarter. We do. In fact, we're doing a show at 6 o'clock tonight. And my brother Duke, man, he's a real deal. Anybody who wants to hear some real. I mean, we over here, I'm playing around, man. I'm not getting serious. I'm not getting in my preaching mode, but when we get on that fourth quarter, man, there's no excuses, man. If you're here to listen to us, then you know you're we're taking your clothes off. You're standing naked before us. You know what I'm saying, man?
Yeah, I
Because
feel you.
we're playing this game for life. It's not a game. It's real. It's the real deal. It's what's going to give us that last 15 years, that last 20 years of healthy living. And I'm not talking about having to go to the doctor, every week, have your blood taken. I'm talking about quality life where we can get in the car and we can take a ride for 3 days and we don't have to worry about anything. We don't have to worry about bringing our meds with us.
Let me say hello to Oscar. Oscar Prince, how you doing, brother?
Oscar Prince, hey man, yeah. Salute to Oscar Prince. He's another one of my brothers.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
But when I get on my nutritional high horse, Jed, I'm not pointing my finger at anybody, bro. Believe me, nothing is personal. But see, I take
Bruce,
this personal.
Bruce, I don't worry about you getting on that high horse because at the end of the day, I know you coming from a good place. Look, I understand what you're talking about because if it wasn't for the changes I made, if I could show you, I could. I don't want to gross anyone out. I could show you pictures of what I've gone through the past couple years, and my legs and all the wounds that I had to deal with, and now that the wounds are gone and healed up due to me changing my lifestyle and losing weight, I understand. So when you get on that, it doesn't bother me. I get it. And you just want to spread that word around, and nothing like that would ever bother me. So don't ever feel like you feel like you're on your high horse with me. It's good. But I am going to say this: my wife is back. Her and I were watching. My wife wants to watch a boxing match with me. Would you
Salute to
believe
your
it?
wife, Jed. I see her on there a lot, man. Salute to her. You got a beautiful wife, man. I'm glad you got
Thank
somebody
you.
you like, bro.
But yeah, she wants to watch a real live boxing match. So I told her we're gonna watch Crawford and Porter fight. We're gonna watch that tomorrow. I am gonna watch fucking Boo Boo fight tonight, but God, I don't like him at all. What do you think about the fight tonight?
Well, it's my homeboy, Demetrius Andrade. He's from Providence, Rhode Island. I'm from right down the street, Bristol, Rhode Island, about 20 minutes away. So I'm a homer, bro. The Patriots won last night. They're looking good. They're rebuilding themselves. Demetrius Andrade's a homeboy, and the problem is with Demetrius Andrade, nobody from home really knows who he is. Nobody's following his career. And it's sad because I come from a boxing rich area, bro. I mean,
You
we go
do,
back. We were riding with Rocky Marciano, Marvin Hagler, Vinny Pazienza, Mickey Ward. I mean, New England is boxing rich, bro. I mean, we
but here's the
ride with our
problem.
fighters. But Demetrius Andrade never caught on because of the inactivity, and
Yes.
maybe the competition. I mean, the guy's had 20 some odd fights in a 7-8 year career. Great amateur record, but he just doesn't have the pop that a boxer from around here should have. And
Well, the thing is, he's one of those, and he might be a homeboy and everything like that. The problem is that it's just like with the others, man. He's like, why wait around for a Canelo? Just fucking go out there and make your destiny. And he did. He does it. I mean, he's got to go out there and fight the top guys. He can't just fight the mandatories to just for the to keep what he got. He's got to go out there and chase it. No one gave fucking Canelo shit. He went out and got everything that he got. That was hard work, determination, and education.
Well, see, he had a country behind. Canelo has a country behind him. Demetrius Andre doesn't even have a state behind him.
But
his
here's
home
the
state,
thing. Here's the
which
thing.
is sad. No. Let me finish here, Jed. You cut me off too much. This is my show, bro, and I'm running the board. I'll block you. I'll mute you. I'll send you back to fucking New Mexico, brother. But anyways, you're not gonna overtalk me on my show. Let's get that one. Let's get that one rule
show
straight.
You the respect, brother.
All right, bro.
I'll show
So
you
now
the-
Demetrius Andre, bro, he's past his prime. I know he's into his mid-30s. He just hasn't fought like Canelo. He hasn't had the backing of the state where he could have been fighting. He could have sold out. We're 50 miles from Foxwood, where we have the Dunkin' Donuts Center right now, backyard. We're Twin Rivers. He's fighting up in New Hampshire, a couple of hours away. And I don't think the building's going to sell out. I think Mad Chad was telling me he could get a nosebleed seat ticket for $20 yesterday. It's a sad thing, but he's fighting Jason Quigley, who nobody's heard of outside of Brian Hodkin, and some of those cats from Ireland. But anything can happen, and Andre, he's already looking forward. He's already looking past this fight. He's already challenging Canelo. He's talking about fighting Canelo, saying how his fight with Mugabe is a waste of time, and he should be fighting some of the bigger name fighters. But the thing is, bro, Demetrius just isn't fighting anybody. Who is he fought, man? Smith, dude. I'm his homeboy, and I couldn't even tell you the last few fights he's had. He's a boring fighter, bro. He not a boring fighter in the ring, but he makes us forget about who he is and where he's from because he's just inactive. Can you follow me on that one, Jed?
I get you, and I think you misunderstand what I'm saying. But I want to get something straight. You got your chance to speak. Let me get my chance to speak. When you say Canelo got a country behind him, when he first started out, he didn't have that country behind him. In fact, he got a lot of hate in the beginning of his career. Let's not forget that he got a lot of hate because he wasn't even loved by his own countrymen. All right. Now, when you talk about fighters and champions from the U.S., this is like one of the richest countries in the world. This is one of the countries where if you're a sports figure, you already 9 times out of 10 doing better than the rest. Okay, now Demetrius Andrade, he's got no one to blame. Andrade, sorry. But he's got no one else to blame but himself. He needed to make himself more active and be more seen out there. No one has control over that but you, the boxer, as an individual. If you have a management team that's not making the right calls, what do? You change the management team. If you got a promoter that won't promote you, what do? You change promoters. That's what you got to do. He had the talent, and he decided to wait on a payday instead of go out and make your own destiny. That's how all the old time fighters did it. That's how our generation did it. You went and made your own destiny. You worked for it. You did the fights, and these guys, and it's not just boo boo. It's a lot of the fighters. That's how come I'm looking forward to these younger fighters that are coming out. These younger fighters that are coming out are thinking old school. They're going out and fighting. They're not fucking waiting. They're fighting each other, and that's what I like. They don't care about a loss because they'll learn from it.
I haven't seen these fighters you're talking about, though. That's the problem.
The fighters I'm talking about like a Zepeda, like a Munguia. I'm talking about like a Teofimo. These guys are not afraid to fight now. These younger cats are not afraid to fight.
Bro,
But the ones that
I
are
see
in their
nothing. I
30s, they
see
don't want to fight
nothing.
each other.
Nothing has changed. And as far as Demetrius Andrade, he signed with the Zone. He was lured with fights with uh, Canelo, who was there at the time, with Danny Jacobs, with Triple G, and he just never got the fights. So and his age, time is valuable. You know, boxers are like milk; they have a shelf life. And Demetrius Andrade has just been too laid back with his career. He went to the Billy Joe Saunders fight, and he had a t-shirt on it, something about Canelo on his t-shirt. He went to the press conference. I think Canelo just said, "Who are you? You haven't fought anybody. I'm not going to fight you." I mean, Canelo is in a special position these days. He's the golden child. He writes his own ticket. I mean, he's fighting this guy Mugabe, and bro, you know what I see that fight as? I see that fight as a staged reenactment of the Rumble in the Jungle.
I wouldn't doubt that.
Bro,
And I'm not going to argue that. But sure, but why not? That was one of the greatest fights ever made.
well,
You know,
see, it's not so much of the fight itself, but it's the whole program. You know,
yeah.
Don King is involved in it. Mugabe is from the Congo, which formerly was Zaire. I mean, that's where the Rumble in the Jungle took place. It's nearly 50 years ago, and I can see them building it around that, where Canelo, as a Mexican version, I can see a documentary going up. I can see the Rumble in the Jungle Part 2, and I can see Canelo as the Mexican Ali who goes going to Africa. And what I read yesterday, they're trying to stage a fight in Zaire, which I don't know. In this political climate, who knows what's going to happen? But I mean, I only heard of this fight 3 days ago, so it's not like it's been in the making for a long time. I think that it was just proposed at the WBC convention they just had in Mexico last weekend. So to me it's a shit show, and I can just feel the hint of the Rumble in the Jungle. I can see Don King staging a concert before it, just trying to make an international event out of it. And hey, man, Canelo's got the right to do that. He's undisputed at his weight. He doesn't have to go out and challenge anybody. They should be coming up and laying their resumes before him. Like, Andrade, I'd like to see him get by Quigley today, and then I'd like to see him fight either a Charlo or a Triple G. Any of
I would love to
these
see
people that we're
that.
mentioning.
I would love to see him fight a Charlo or a Triple G.
And then maybe Canelo coming back and taking him on after that. You know what I'm saying, man?
Sorry, I had a little bit of a coughing fit. Listen, I would love to see him fight. I'd love to see him fight Charlo or Triple G. These fights, in my opinion, should have happened. Can I address one of your chatters? What is that, hypey? All right, I'm wrong about Canelo. You want to look up Canelo's history? You want to do this with me? Because we could do this all day when it comes to about Canelo. All right. Number one, Canelo was hated by by a majority of the Mexican boxing fans when he first came out, and it had to do with the color of his skin. You fucking moron. Because he was way too white. They didn't think he fit in with the usual Mexican fighter. So you want to do this with me? You want to go down history lane?
Calm down, Jed, man. Hyphy knows what he's talking about there. He doesn't agree with you on that.
He doesn't agree with me.
No,
But
hey, bro.
I'm laying down the facts. These are the fucking
You're,
facts.
you're laying down your opinion, bro.
No,
I
it's not an
never
opinion.
saw
That's a fact.
Canelo
That's a
fighting,
fact.
bro.
He was not accepted by a majority of the Mexican fight fans. He is now accepted. But in the beginning of his career, he wasn't. That's all I'm saying. But he's gonna sit here and insult my boxing knowledge. Are you fucking kidding me? Please.
He just has an opinion, bro. Says you're wrong.
Anyway.
That's all, man. You say that's the beauty part about the internet. Everybody has different opinions out here, but I don't get bent out of shape.
I'm also gonna defend my stance for sure, though.
Defend what?
I'm also good. You know, if I feel if I just like everyone has an opinion, if they feel they're right and I feel I'm right, and there's certain things I know, I'm gonna stay there and defend it until I'm proven wrong, just like anyone else would, just like you would. I've seen you do it too. When you defend your until somebody shows you something different, you're gonna defend your position.
No, see, well, see, a subjective thing like hate. I just don't. I never saw that. I never saw Canelo get that. I see it now. I see people who hate him now because boxing is just full of misguided passions, bro. I mean, people aren't riding the fence, and me, I'm a boxing fan. I ride the fence. I don't. I don't get no love hate relationship with any fighter, especially a hate relationship, man. You know,
No, it's
I
just one
can
of those
dig a
things you
fighter,
gotta fit in.
but how can you hate somebody that you don't even know, that you see him fighting? Well, people,
That's just it. It's unfortunate. That's what happens until you're won over, until you win them over, and that's just it. Canelo has won over. You know, he's won over a lot of fans with everything that he's done. He's won me over. Now, you know, I never used to be a fan, and it wasn't because of his color or anything like that. It's just I wasn't a fan of Golden Boy, and I just wasn't a fan. I didn't see it. But you know, when he after he lost to Mayweather and came back stronger, and you start seeing he learning from each fight. Something changes after each fight that he learns from, and his trainer also learns at the same time and goes down that line and helps him, and then the loyalty there. For me, loyalty is a big thing, and he's been very loyal. And being with the same trainer for 17 years, that means a lot to me. The guy is good. The guy's good. The trainer's good. The boxer's good. And they've been through a lot together. So yeah, I am won over. I am now a Canelo fan. I'm not fanatical because when I see a flaw or if he loses, he takes a loss. I'm not going to be broken about it. Not like I was when Mike Tyson lost to Buster Douglas, because that hurt my feelings. That hurt me deep in my soul.
I, I didn't hurt me, man. I just thought it was a great fight. I thought it was an awesome, like, wow. I mean, I just saw the biggest upset in the heavyweight division, bigger than Sonny Liston over Cassius Clay, and I was like, wait till I tell people about this tomorrow. I have this on VHS, on video cassette tape, bro. I mean, that was probably one of the most popular tapes of the week, man. And see, I'm a fan of boxing. I watched Mike Tyson. I even have a Mike Tyson jacket, but man, if I had a little more energy, I'd get up and move the camera around and show it to you. But anyway, I'm just not a fan of any fighter. I was a fan of Muhammad Ali, and even that waned towards the end when he took the diuretics, when he fought Larry Holmes, that there was
That
something
was
wrong
heart
about that.
wrenching.
What's that, bro?
That was heart wrenching watching that fight.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely heart wrenching. But see, my point is about that is I'm never going to be a fan of any boxer again. I rode with Marvin Hagler, man. I loved him. I saw him sparring. I shook his hands a couple of times. Man, Marvin Hagler is the man. He epitomized toughness. But as far as a fan of like maybe you want to call them dick riders, not fans. I'm a fan of all boxers, but I don't jump on them the way some of these people do, man.
No, I totally get where you're coming from. When I say I'm a fan, I mean I appreciate what he's gone through. I appreciate everything that he's done and all the achievements he's made. And don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna sit there and dick ride. That's I get what you're saying there. That's not me. Because I appreciate Triple G just as much as I do a Canelo. I appreciate like a Sanchez, in my opinion, is one of the most impressive upcoming heavyweights, and someone that I think is going to be a champion in the next 2 years, maybe 3 years most. I think Sanchez is a promising fighter, and this guy's going to do a lot in his career. This Cuban, in my opinion, is definitely going to be the next heavyweight champion, and he's going to be a force to reckon with. I'm a fan I'm a fight fan like that.
Hey, what do you think of the heavyweight card coming up that Sanchez is fighting on?
It's a good one. I don't see no problem with it because for him it's gonna be a step up, and I think the next step after that should be somebody like a White or a uh, no, not White. What do I say? He should fight Otto in my opinion because Otto needs a fight and he needs to make use of that training that he got.
Oh well,
Um,
that's already out of the picture, man.
I
Because he's
know,
fighting.
man, but
You
it's
know,
it's not fair what happened to him. I really feel bad. You
how
know,
about how about the how about the main event on the card? What do you think about that? Charles Martin and Ortiz.
Ortiz, I know. Martin, I don't know.
Oh, Charles, he's a former IBF champion. He lost it to Anthony Joshua. He's a decent boxer. He moves around a lot, jabs. He boxes a lot like Joshua. He doesn't have a lot of power. Um, I think he's going to get beat by Ortiz. It should be a good fight though. Charles Martin's been around for a while. Like I said, he's a former champion. Um,
All right, I have to check that out. I'll watch a couple of his fights, but yeah, Ortiz, I know. It's just Martin. I've always told you guys if I don't know a fighter, I'm gonna say or I won't comment. And I don't know him.
there's
Ortiz,
a
I
there's,
do.
there's a lot out there on Charles Martin. You can be a Charles Martin. You'll know about him and with very little effort. There's a lot out there. And how about the rematch? What do you think about that? That one coming up, man.
Rematch between you got to enlighten me again. I haven't been online.
Okay, now this is the card. It's a rematch with Michael Coffey and Johnny Rice.
When did they fight last?
They fought. Oh, it wasn't long ago. It was maybe 3 months ago. I'm going to say I'm not good with time, but
It
Johnny
had to
Rice
be
looked
one of the
Johnny
first.
Rice looked like Buster Douglas. Michael Coffey was
Hold on a second.
undefeated.
Let me look back on my. Let me look back on here. I got to get my fight book out. Yes, I have a fight book.
Okay, well, so listen, man. I'm going to tell you from a guy who saw the fight and it was an amazing upset. Coffey has got 6 losses on his record, Johnny Coffey, and my
Oh, hold on a second. My wife's talking to me. It's ready now.
you can put yourself on mute if you
Yeah,
got.
let me do that.
Yeah. No, that's going to be a great fight, man. That's now Michael Coffey, who we saw recently, and Johnny Rice. Johnny Rice came out of nowhere. He had 6 defeats. It was a really big upset. I thought it was fantastic. And Johnny Rice, I believe he's from southeast, but he's relocated to Vegas, where the sparring is plentiful. I think it's going to be. I think he's getting better and better, and I've heard him speak. I think he's got a new attitude. He's coming in with a winning attitude, and like I said, he pulled a Buster Douglas in his last fight.
But
Michael Coffey was undefeated.
I didn't get. That must have been one of the fights I didn't see. Usually, I don't miss him. Make sure you don't even be watching them. Now I watch fights, but there's some I miss, and then I regret missing him. There's a couple of weekends that I missed.
Hey man, hypey. I don't catch them all myself. I wish I did, man. I try to, and I missed a Tim Zoo fight the other day. I had to go to see my doctor that morning, and I missed the fight. I was so pissed off. But
Jeez,
hey,
man,
man,
that guy was like a machine, man.
who's that?
Tim Zoo, he was like a fucking machine. He's a
And
good
who did he
boxer.
fought? Some kid in Noe. I didn't see the fight. Did you see it?
Yeah, no, I watched the fight. I watched the fight in its entirety, and man, Tim Zoo is like fucking. He's a machine. That was the first time I watched them fight. And I was highly impressed. They really like him in Australia a lot, though. I'm not gonna lie there.
Well, see, I've seen more of his father, is Costa Zoo. I mean, that was the guy who had the rat tail, tough. He was
Oh
he
no,
was
I heard about his father. I heard about his father.
he was tough. I remember the fight with the names, man. Why is it that until I get stoned, I don't remember the names of the boxers? It was Judah. He fought Judah, and Judah was kicking his ass at the beginning of the fight, but Costa Zoo, he showed what he was at. Zab Judah was unfortunately in the wrong ring with the wrong man, and Costa fought everybody. He beat Chavez. He beat Chavez Senior. I mean, very, very highly rated fighter from Australia. He looked more like a Russian. I don't know if he was from Serbia or where he was from, but tough guy.
His dad was on doing commentary on a Russian channel.
Yeah. That's why I think he was in the Russian army. I think I'm pretty sure. I remember him back there. But they wanted him to fight Floyd. They all said Floyd ducked him. The word of the day, ducked, and that's what they say. But it would have been a great fight. He ended up fighting a little past his prime, and was used as a stepping stone towards the end there. But his kid Tim Tszyu, he looks pretty good. I've seen him.
He's very impressive, man. Like I said, he was like a machine. He had some snap jabs that went out there. He dominated. I think he got a majority of the rounds. Maybe he didn't get one or. I think I only gave away one round. He had every round and he dominated every round, in my opinion. There was no questions asked there. But yeah, I was quite impressed with him, and that was the first time I seen him fight.
So what title does he go for? Does he go for Mel Charlo, or does he go for the what's his name, Brian Castano?
I don't know. I don't know if I don't know which one to go for. Honestly, I don't know which one he should go for.
Servo, Iceman, my brother, the fact checker, Servo.
Oh, was he? Okay. Listen, I got to take care of something with my wife. But you know what, Bruce, man, it's always
me sleep over here.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure talking to you, man. But I
same here, Mrs. Jed. Been a pleasure talking to you.
Well, I'll talk to you later, man. And
hey, peace out. Hey, if you're around at 6:00, check us out on Fourth Quarter. We do a nutritional talk, no holds barred. It's not my show. It's my brother Big Duke. This man's the real deal, man. This guy breaks backboards. He was NBA. He was an NFL Combine. This is a real athlete, man. Bodyguard to the stars. And bro, I throw my 2 cents in on there with him. We do a show on Fridays. Fourth Quarter talk. It's great, man. In fact, my sister Almond Brown is out in the audience, man. She's always out there. She's a regular at the Fourth Quarter.
All right, man. I'll see if I can check it out, man. I gotta get going though. I gotta run. But again,
always
man,
good to see you,
God
Jed.
bless you and God bless the chat. All right.
Same here, brother. Later. Peace. So anyway, man. Once again, I'm by myself over here, man. Just we got out what we did. I just wanted to show you cats where I was living. Want to do a little boxing chop up over here. Father Mongol, mother Russian. Yeah, Iceman, bro. Shout out to you, man. You got the facts out there, brother. And the Gold Professor, another one of my brothers out there, man. It's good to see you guys out here. In fact, I showed the view to the Gold Professor this morning. That's what we were. I was fortunate enough to be. I actually invited myself on there, but I just wanted to show him what I look at every day. And this is like my antidepressant, my anti-anxiety. It's all wrapped into one. I've got my Toka 2 with some fine weed to relax me and to enhance me to talk on about here. And but this is what God gave me. This is my backyard, and it's beautiful. And I wanted to share it with the Gold Professor because He get in there and he do some very cerebral sessions, and we talk about all kind of things on his show, man. Professor, if you want to drop your link, man, you get some appreciative people out here. Anybody that checks you out, man, at Sunrise, man, he's another one, man. I look at the water, I listen to the Gold Professor, and I can wake up on the wrong side of bed. I can wake up mad at my wife, man. And bro, I leave that house to walk the dog, and I'm usually chuckling. I got a smile on my face, man. So shout out to my friend, the Gold Professor. Big shout out, man. Sub to his channel if you're not already subbed. And Mr. Pads, you got to go fishing out there, bro. Since I moved in here, I moved in this house in 1979, and I fish, man. I fish from my porch. I've caught fish and had the vegetables that the old lady grows in her little garden out there. You know, sustainable meal. It's great. I've fished so much out there, and actually, I've gotten it blown out of my system. I don't get the enjoyment from putting the worm on the pole and casting it out there, but I can do it from right where you're looking at is what I'm sitting at right now. It's my living room, my sofa basically. I got a little deck on the side of my house there towards the right of the screen, and I can cast a pole out there. I can pass it along into my living room. I can sit here watching the tube, puffing on my Toka 2, and wait for a fish to bob the knob, and it happens all the time, man. I used to be what I did. If people come over and I kind of blow their minds by doing that. So it's a great thing, man. Shout out to my brother Omega Red out there, man. I'm glad you come over here, and my brother Jay Blues, man. It's it is what it is, man. You know, we've been here for a while. We talked about boxing. I wanted to show you cats where I live. I want to show you the beauty that beholds out here, man. I like to stay on here a little bit longer, but I got to get off, man. I got some things I have to take care of, man. You know, I appreciate you subbing, man. I appreciate you coming over here. You know, nothing but mad love, man. You know, boxing's the one love, but you come to my channel. We're going to talk about boxing. We're going to talk about professional wrestling. We're going to talk about health and nutrition. We're going to talk about music. I dig jazz. I've been rocking with. I've been rocking with jazz for a long time, man. You know, everybody from Charlie Parker, Miles Davis, man, everybody in between, Charles Mingus, man, Herbie Hancock, you name it, man. This is my one love of music, and also fine weed. So I'm going to be talking about that. I'm going to be having people come up here on the panel and chop it up with me. I hope everybody watches the fights tonight, man. Give a shout out to my homeboy Demetrius Andrade. And tomorrow night, man, we got a hell of a card. We got probably one of the best fight cards. Not even the card, man. The undercard sucks. I looked at it, and there's not a fighter that I've seen there more than once. So we got a hell of a main event. I mean, it's a 50-50 fight out there. I'm seeing it from both sides. I'm seeing Bud Crawford fans. I'm seeing Sean Porter fans. Everybody's got their reason why. I love when you get 9 people on a panel and they're all giving their opinions, bro. It's great to be a boxing fan, man. It's great to be alive. God bless everybody out there, man. Hug your loved ones if you can, man. You know, say your prayers. Thank God for every day. Nothing's guaranteed, man. There's definitely a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So, man, God bless everybody, and thanks for hanging in there with me, man. Peace out.